Hello, and thank you for joining me today at Community Kitchens at Home Edition. My name is Pauline, and welcome to my kitchen. Now, before we begin, let's take 20 to 30 seconds and wash our hands with some warm water and soap. For this recipe, you will need 8 slices of bacon, cut into 1-inch pieces, 1 cup of asparagus, cut into 1/2-inch pieces, 10 large eggs, 1 cup of shredded cheddar cheese, 1/4 cup of parsley chopped, 2 bell peppers chopped, 1 onion chopped, 1 pound baby potatoes, quartered or smaller, 1 package of mushrooms sliced, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and pepper to taste. Choose 1 asparagus and snap the woody end off the base. We're then going to line up the rest of our asparagus, and using the one we just snapped the end off as a guide, cut the woody ends off the rest of the bunch. You're then going to want to cut the asparagus into 3 and place in a bowl. Next, take your cleaned button mushrooms, quarter, and add to the asparagus. Cut the top and bottom off of your bell pepper. Make a slice in it so you can open it up flat. Make sure to remove all the seeds and the white pith, which can be bitter. And then simply dice your pepper into small bite-sized pieces and add to the asparagus and mushrooms. You're going to want to take the woody stems off of your fresh herbs, roll into a tight little bundle, and chop finely. This can get added to the same bowl. Next, we're going to cut our potatoes. I'm using a bag of mixed baby potatoes, but are still cutting them into 4 to 6 pieces. I want to ensure that they cook through in the amount of time that they're in the oven with the eggs. You can use any size potatoes, any color, just make sure they're cut in small bite-sized pieces. Next, cut the top and bottom off your onion. Remove the layer of skin and 1 full layer of onion. It's usually that layer of onion that is tough when cooked. Next, we're going to cut our onion into pieces about the size of the potatoes. If you have some picky eaters that don't really like onion, you can always cut it smaller into a fine dice and hide it in the frittata. Next, take your bacon and cut into small pieces. Now here's a pro tip. If you're having issues cutting your bacon, you can always put it in the freezer for a few minutes until it starts to firm up, and it'll be much easier to cut. Once you have your bacon sliced, you will add it to a frying pan that has been preheated on a burner to about medium-high. Make sure to stir. Now here's another pro tip. If you add enough water to cover the bottom of your pan, your bacon will turn out crispier, more tender, and there'll be less chance of fat splattering. Once the bacon has begun to crisp, you're going to add in your potatoes and onions, some salt and pepper, and then stir to make sure everything is mixed well. You're going to want to cook this until the potatoes are getting soft. Once the potatoes are started to soften and your onions are starting to get translucent, you can go ahead and add in the rest of your vegetables. Once you have your vegetables in, make sure to salt and pepper to taste, as we want every layer of the frittata to have flavor. Once you have your salt and pepper in, make sure to give it a really good stir to mix well. In a large bowl, mix the eggs with salt and pepper. Add in your cheese and the egg mixture to your frittata filling. Stir to incorporate. Bake in a preheated oven that's been preheated to 350 degrees and bake for 20 to 30 minutes until the egg is puffed and set in the middle. To catch new episodes, make sure you go to Algoma Family Services Facebook page. And if you want to see some other episodes, head on over to YouTube, Algoma Family Services, and you can see lots there. Hope to see you next time.